Hello, I'm Dr. Chaos. Welcome back to Parts of the Undergrowth. Um, we are going to be returning to this swamp, and this time I plan on doing something a little bit
This
different.
Solenopsis invicta fire ant queen has landed on the edge of a swamp. She may be far from her native habitat, but the fire ants are well known for their ability to adapt. Competition for food will be fierce. She will need to raise an army quickly to compete with the local predators.
So, I feel like one of my problems boils. So, I was going to say boils down. Well, there's these just native creatures here. Why don't I let them deal with the frogs? Hopefully they can deal with the frogs. If they can, that's great. If they can't, well, this just means
The colony lies in the shadow of a great titan to the north, an American bullfrog. This large female has found the perfect spot to feed, sheltered by foliage and in the path of many wandering insects and smaller amphibians. She has no reason to move on. Eventually she will need to be displaced, but for now, the fire ants have more pressing business to attend to.
As usual, we are doing the, they will hatch for free after a little while, fire ants.
The boggy soil surrounding the nest is lacking in nitrogen and phosphorus, nutrients vital for plants to photosynthesize and grow. To survive in this environment, some have evolved to supplement their mineral diet by trapping and dissolving invertebrate prey. Many of the milkweed plants growing nearby are infested with aphids. Their honeydew excretions present an ideal, energy-rich food source for the fire ants. Aphids far from the nest are vulnerable, however, and are sometimes relocated closer to home where they can be better protected from predators and thieves.
Well, something killed one over here. Oh, probably that beetle.
A small colony of Phaedulae maurici big-headed ants have established themselves on a hill to the west. Scavenging for seeds, aphids, and dead insects, they are unlikely to pose a threat to the Invicta colony, if left undisturbed. A magnolia green jumping spider, Lysoman viridis, has ambushed a fire ant. It prefers to hunt on foliage, where it is less likely to be spotted by predators and prey alike. Out on the ground it's more vulnerable, but that won't stop it from snacking on lone ants far from the safety of the nest.
So this way then.
The ants must defend themselves.
Going for this food early, I feel will be a good idea. Quite a little graveyard being built up. I thought that basically if I play this more micromanaging, I'll be able to do better. Never mind, they don't fight. I do not have the numbers to take and hold a location.
A six-spotted tiger beetle, Cichindala sexcutata, is on the move near the nest. Its metallic green elytra make it unmistakable, and like its other tiger beetle cousins, long legs give it the speed to chase down small arthropods with ease. Defenseless caterpillars exposed on the underside of leaves are a welcome snack for the passing fire ants. The colony should take advantage while it can. Few meals surrender so willingly.
Yeah.
A curious ant has ventured onto a Venus flytrap in search of nectar. If it brushes against the hairs on the open, red-tinged leaves, they will snap shut, encasing the ant in an ever-tightening cell. There is no escape. The prisoner will be slowly digested until nothing more than a husk remains. As the sun sets, the local amphibians begin to emerge from moist crevices near the water's edge. Lone invertebrates will be picked off quickly. The ants should travel in numbers or not at all.
Knowing the other ant colonies is not a good idea. I'll just attempt to do this level. I know the ant colonies.
A bombardier beetle, Brachinus alternans, is hunting for insects outside the nest. It may seem unwise for it to wander so freely amongst the large amphibians that share the swamp at night, but they would do well to leave it alone. This beetle is a master of chemical warfare.
And hopefully the beetle leaves us alone.
The ants have clashed with a bombardier beetle.
Oh.
Feeling threatened, the beetle mixes a cocktail of chemicals that react together, boil, and explode from a valve at the base of its abdomen. At night, eastern narrow-mouthed toads patrol above ground looking for food. Ants make up 75% of their diet, so the small colony must stay alert. To make matters worse, they are excellent diggers. It's only a matter of time before one tunnels its way into the nest.
The dwarf salamanders high up and attack damage enemies outside melee range can be quite tough.
An ant has been devoured by Aeorichea quadradicitata, a dwarf salamander. It is nimble, fast, and slender enough to wiggle through tight crevices in search of food.
Well, let's just go back to the nest. Now this should dig into here, and hopefully they will attack that. Otherwise, this is a waste of time.
A narrow-mouthed toad has burrowed into the nest. It may be small for a toad, but its appetite for ants is insatiable. Secretions from its skin burn any that manage to escape its projectile tongue.
I'll get the food. However, only going into either the toad's brainstorm is ultimately safer, as it'll be more gradual growth as opposed to, oh look, suddenly you're facing off against like 10 toads.
Even in small numbers, the fire ants are menacing, but in large numbers, they are virtually unstoppable.
Saw them fall back here.
Dawn breaks, and the salamanders and toads retire to their damp alcoves to wait out the sun. Only the great bullfrog remains. She sits patiently on her throne, waiting for the next meal to wander by.
That wolf, bombardier beetle. This is a very little bit of time where I can harvest uninterrupted. Or relatively uninterrupted. But I can gather a bunch of stuff on that pine cone. That there's to be some more workers.
A fully developed checkered beetle, Enoclerus rosmarus, has been disturbed by the ants. It has the same ravenous appetite and slicing jaws as its juvenile counterpart, but now paired with thick armor plates, it represents a far greater danger to the colony.
That's
The colony is starving. There's not enough food to feed the new brood.
This pinecone is a great source of food. We can gather stuff, but also need to gather from the aphids. And as of yet, the ants to the south have no idea about our existence. Which is nice. But anyway, here's another influx of food.
The battle has begun.
With just his friend wandered away and now we got to jump on it. Smarter man that could make a commentary on the in fact it's basically ant colonies versus ant colonies versus literally anything not an ant. And that's not like an exaggeration. I mean, if it's not an ant, it is working with all the non-ant stuff literally working together. And that is that gathered. Having to gather, bring the food actually back to the nest, but the native wildlife has other ideas. The thing with the other ant colonies is we need to hit them so hard with enough numbers to completely wipe them out, or they will fight back and fight back extremely well.
The ants have been attracted to secretions of nectar produced by a yellow pitcher plant. In order to feed, however, the ants must position themselves precariously over a deep vat of digestive liquid. Waxy deposits on the rim ensure that any ant that steps too far in won't be stepping out again.
And these big spiders live on those, or hunt on
The
those
ants have
trees.
set upon a green lynx spider, Puccetia viridans. She prefers to hunt on pitcher plants, but out in the open, she loses her advantage. Far from defenseless, however, when threatened she can spit venom up to 30 centimeters from her fangs.
And then it ran off. If we gather here though, first more food from the aphids. If we gather here, perhaps we can coax it down, ready to jump on it again.
The ants must defend themselves.
Yeah, but a bunch just slid in the key and then nothing else happened. Nice. Well, let's
Once again, dusk sets in over
go
the
this way
swamp.
then.
Soon, the sandy undergrowth will be teeming with salamanders, toads, and nocturnal beetles. A wasp-manted fly, Climachala brunea, has descended from her perch into the path of the ants. Unrelated to true mantids, her spiked raptorial forelegs are a perfect example of convergent evolution.
Hands up if you know what convergent evolution is.
By linking themselves together, the fire ants have formed a pontoon out of their own bodies. It stretches from their home territory to a previously unreachable island, giving them access to new sources of food.
Basically go through, gather the aphids, bring them back to the nest. Someone got the last aphid, please.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
I'll go and gather all that before returning into the nest to defend it.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
Go, go, go. Stuck up here for too long.
The battle has begun.
And now, all this food. So we still get rapid influxes of food, they're just at a more manageable rate. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And now a lot more food actually comes in per harvest.
For the swamp amphibians, the nighttime feast is over. Toads give way to tiger beetles, and the ant colonies step up their activities. If the fire ants are to stand any chance of establishing a long-lasting empire, they must grow quickly. There is no time to waste.
Yep. Which is why we're starting a secondary food. These swarming creatures around the place, and bringing them back to our nest is how we shall get it done. There's a false bombardier beetle as well, which is like, it's like twice the size of an actual bombardier beetle. Oh, they swap places, okay. And then
The fire ants have encountered a tribe of Monomoria minimum black ants.
beat them
These
up.
tiny little ants may seem feeble, but the Invicta colony would do well to treat them with caution. Although primarily scavengers, they are armed with powerful chemical secretions and have been known on occasion to invade fire ant nests.
So just trying to see where these guys are going. And now, continuation.
The battle has begun. The colony is starving. There is not enough food to feed the new brood.
Give us a second. Now pull back. In fact, the grouping shall gather here. And now go after this. Actually, we'll wait until these guys go to a different location. I don't want to unnecessarily aggravate them. Okay, now we need to go quickly. That's fine. Quickly cross. Gather the aphids. Head back.
The neighboring Monomoria Minimum colony has launched an attack on a fire ant nest.
Well, guess we're
The
gonna
ants
pull
will
back the
fight
nest.
to the death.
You guys do not pulling back to the nest, right? Just checking. I think attempting an assault on the enemy nest, though, would be acceptable. If we can kill this, we should get, I don't know how much food, I don't think we killed one before. $105. So we're slowly starving these guys out here. Pretty sure that's supposed to walk time or something, but you go gather more food from that. We'll finish off this one from earlier that we started. Okay, let's upgrade these.
A raiding party of little black ants are stealing aphids. They must be chased down quickly.
They got one. I mean, they must be really desperate for food.
Night approaches, and the predators of the day give way to their nocturnal counterparts. As they encroach on colony territory, battles must be chosen wisely. Spread too thin, the fire ants could find themselves quickly overwhelmed.
Well, back to the nest, gather those aphids, well, farm those aphids. Which, by the way, I think the farming aphids is played definitely more important here than it was in the beach ones. And now they're just frogs up on the surface. Sorry, tubes. Let's deal this one and then head back into the nest. Six of Stun are gonna die. That's nice. And now all the stuff's coming back into the nest.
There are intruders in the
Okay,
nest.
quickly go deal with this one.
The ants will fight to the death.
Aww. Tiny, salamander. Okay, over here.
There are intruders in the nest.
And now we can push this way. What do you mean not enough food to build it? Now with this, it does actually help with upgrading this. Meaning a stockpile is possible. Harvest all this, do the upgrades, then we can move on out again. I think we may try to take out the enemy nest, the blue nest.
Staving off another night of attacks, the Invicta colony once again proves its strength. Despite this victory, there is yet one obstacle that stands in its way. Ever present, the bullfrog looms over the ants. The beast must be defeated.
Honestly, this may be split up into multiple episodes depending on how long it takes me to do this. So just keep that in mind. And as look here, we now should actually be able to deal with this nest. The big head one will be a little bit tougher. But I love how tiny this queen is. Yeah, they have a bunch of stockpiled stuff here, which will just, you know, once we deal with the enemy queen, this will just all become spare stuff again. And, like spare
The
food again.
Monomorium minimum colony is almost defeated. The Invictor army must press their advantage.
And in addition, all this food that's in the stockpile, I think we'll just, and our reinforcements are starting to arrive. And everything they've been gathering will now be ours. And there's just always a
The
light
little black
where the
ants fought to the
queen is
last
or
to defend
was.
their queen. Now the Invictor colony will enjoy the spoils of war. Defenseless larvae from the vanquished colony will be carried home and fed to the victor's own hungry brood.
So we'll just gather this. It's slowly decaying. Will take a little while to actually properly decay. But once that happens, this will be ours. The only thing is we can't harvest the enemy queen.
A raiding party of big-headed ants are stealing aphids. They must be stopped.
I wasn't paying attention to that, but the aphids aren't exactly the biggest of priorities right now.
The ants must defend themselves.
Oh, but they were taking the northern one. Stuff attempts to get in our way on the trail, but it never lasts long.
The ants will fight to the death.
Watching the worker ants really puts into perspective how big the tier 3 fire just soldier fire ants are. To the victor goes the spoils and a large nest expansion. Woohoo, just over 100 soldier type ants. And now, to go through their final chamber. Before destroying the enemy in the morning, we're spending like the entire day half just clearing out their nest. Which does feel so good.
As the sun sets, the local amphibians begin to emerge from moist crevices near the water's edge. Lone invertebrates will be picked off quickly. The ants should travel in numbers, or not at all.
We're in a thick column. They are not defeating us. The only breaks happen when we are dealing with one of the enemy groups. And it gives us the warning about the toad spawning. I will bring them back to the enemy nest. Oh, but we're like so close. Oh, I need to. We'll be coming over here tomorrow to finish the clean out.
There are intruders in the nest. The ants will fight to the death.
Finish off that one, then turn around to deal with the other one.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected. Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
Not good. But now we're the kind of numbers where we can do this. Harvesting goes so quickly compared to previous runs. I think making this a separate little area.
Dawn breaks, and the salamanders and toads retire to their damp alcoves to wait out the sun. Only the great bullfrog remains. She sits patiently on her throne, waiting for the next meal to wander by.
this group is just going to sit. No collecting, just guard that. No, not there. Okay, good. Now we'll move on to the next area, which will be down here, it seems.
The fire ants and big-headed ants have met in their first skirmish. Sensing the new danger, the Morisi colony responds by awakening ancestral super soldier genes in selected brood, feeding them until their heads are engorged with muscle.
Well, let's go that way. Honestly,
The battle has begun.
there, not there. Or they just gather around the queen, or where the queen was, at least. Finish stripping the nest bare.
The big-headed ants now have a super soldier caste to justify their name. At huge economic cost to the colony, these frenzied champions have been raised for one purpose: to crush the fire ants.
The battle has begun.
So we finish looting this area, and then we're gonna move on to actually collecting the rest of the aphids. Okay, let's fight our way there then. Just going to clear these out.
A raiding party of big-headed ants are stealing aphids. They must be stopped.
Okay, now we push with our army. I mean, this has 161, so what? Sorry, it has the space for. Okay, a little bit of math here. 96. Oh, 95. Yeah, it says right there. So 180. So in grade 190 by the end of this. You know, just continue on to the gate and destroy it on the way back. But you can start to see the effects of my computer. Honestly, just push into the enemy nest. They shouldn't have the numbers to deal with my horde. Because big-headed ants are just, hordes. Actually, I should probably check how long this has been going for so far. Well, not too long, all things considered. I assume the big-headed the special warrior ones, the blue ones.
Once again, dusk sets in over the swamp. Soon, the sandy undergrowth will be teeming with salamanders, toads, and nocturnal beetles.
Okay, so we need to do this quickly. No.
A false bombardier beetle, Galarita bicola, is also on the prowl for small
big,
prey tonight.
but
It impersonates
main thing
the
is
true
it's
bombardier to
healthy.
ward
It's
off potential
more
predators,
health,
and its
but
mimicry
weaker
isn't simply visual.
attack.
It too can spray defensively from its abdomen. In this case, the fluid of choice is the familiar formic acid.
It's a lot weaker than the other acid. The main thing it has is it's a lot larger and it's a lot more tough.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
But hopefully, because these guys are constantly coming out, we'll be able to push to the queen. Okay, fine, go. Quickly.
There are intruders in the nest.
Right, back to the nest, go.
The Maurici colony has fallen, their champions spent, and their queen vanquished. In the end, they could not stand up to the might of the Invicta army.
Oh, but you may not be able to stand up to these frogs. We are sending these frogs packing. And honestly, just we have time. Open up the way to the other beetles. All 50 aphids are here. Wow. Okay then.
For the swamp amphibians, the nighttime feast is over. Toads give way to tiger beetles, and the fire ants are free to farm their aphids without disruption.
I'm glad that it does change because of oh,
There are intruders in the
Well,
nest.
all the enemies are, all the other nests are dead. Let's finish those off, then we'll gather the food from down here, then we'll move into the enemy nest. Yeah. Right. Farm the aphids. Then we'll start the looting of the enemy nest. Then once the enemy nest is looted, it will be time to move on to... Oh, there's a one, which is annoying. Yeah, that should be fine. To actually attempting to take on the frog.
The ants must fight.
I was stupid enough to get in our way.
An ant has fallen victim to a carnivorous plant.
Oh. We could probably go after the bombardier, not the bombardier, the bullfrog at this point if we wanted to. It may try to fight us, but that's it. Just it. It'll try. Look at all this food in that room alone. So yeah, the one time I did free play for this game, which is like 3 hours, simply because instead of going and dealing with the enemies, I pumped up my next ones higher and higher and higher.
A wingless parasitic wasp, Dasimutilla occidentalis, more commonly known as the red velvet ant, has wandered into Invicta territory. Although not on the hunt for fire ants, it will defend itself if threatened, armed with an extremely powerful sting and displaying bright warning stripes.
Basically,
most creatures give it a wide berth.
High venom damage, not much else. Can do some damage back against whatever attacks it. Even then, it's not much. And now this is when everything gets placed down. And the reason I cap off rooms with speed tiles is because they match literally
The battle has
all
begun.
other tiles. The battle has begun. I'm definitely a chronic over leveler, which is why something like Skyrim is great, because at levels with you,
The colony is starving. There's not enough food to feed the new brood.
all of you into that room. This one.
The battle has begun.
And then it was immediately over. So once I loot the final this nest, I will go and deal with the bullfrog. mind you, the game I mentioned with the like 3 hours because I just went more and ants instead of dealing with the enemy. I only put one enemy on because that was like me figuring out the game and stuff. Like one enemy colony on. You know what? Let's upgrade the workers.
Night approaches, and the predators of the day give way to their nocturnal counterparts. As they encroach on colony territory, battles must be chosen wisely. Spread too thin, the fire ants could find themselves quickly overwhelmed.
It's not needed yet. Oh, wow. Food stores are full.
The workers have done all they can to improve this highway.
Back to the nest.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected. There are intruders in the nest.
Yep. And a couple of hundred fire ants sitting on prey, basically. Still coming. That's one. Food stores are full, so yeah. Okay, honestly, once we deal with all these frogs, we are going to then actually finish the level. If we need more food, we can just go to our infinite food source right outside our front door.
The workers have done all they can to improve this highway.
Honestly, this one will annoy me. American bullfrog has incredibly high health and attacks hits all ants in a large area with high damage. Enemies at range can be hit by a single attack, executing them instantly, causing heal that stacks in duration for every ant hit. It'll attempt to hop off at low health.
Staving off another night of attacks, the Invicta colony once again proves its strength. Despite
The
this
fire ants
victory,
have
there
mounted
is yet
their
one
first
obstacle
attack
that
upon the
stands
great
in its
American
way.
bullfrog,
Ever
the
present,
presence
the
of
bullfrog
Tilvianus.
looms over
The
the
brave
ants.
frontline
The
soldiers
beast
are
must
quickly
be
crushed
defeated
and
eaten. They must surround and swarm the enormous creature to stand any chance of defeating it.
Yep, we definitely overleveled this. Basically, in case you didn't decipher, the large creature can recline by default. The ants will do this. Several of the ants will automatically ascend limbs and begin attacking, which not only causes damage but also increases damage dealt by other attackers. It's basically was saying, big frog there, deal with it.
Again and again, soldiers clamp onto the bullfrog's leathery skin and inject their Solenopsis venom, but the beast shows no signs of wavering. The fire ants must maintain.
So you can disable your ants from mounting another creature by selecting disable creature mount. Behavior toggle panel. There's several reasons this could be useful. For example, the creature is close to death and you don't want to waste time. If you want your ants to be able to escape quickly.
Maintain their resolve.
The ants are working overtime, and the bullfrog will fall. Yes.
Overwhelmed with burning venom, the bullfrog finally succumbs to the might of the fire
1,200
ants. Utterly spent, it collapses on the hillside, leaving the victors free to consume its body. Unbeknownst to the ants, the presence of the bullfrog was keeping many other local amphibians at bay. The power vacuum it left behind is attracting a host of salamanders and frogs eager to take its place. The ants should go to ground quickly and prepare for the imminent chaos.
We have so much food. Survive the invaders, yeah. Okay. Look at all this food. We physically do not have enough space for it all. Are these wandering around, or are these coming to my nest? If these are coming to my nest, then that's a lot easier. These are already in my nest. Oh, it's these holes. Like there's a bunch of holes like here, and that just goes directly to the nest. Okay. So, yeah. We have so much food. And then this is even more food just in the nest. Well,
The queen is in imminent danger.
This ant colony will never have to worry about food again. Or for a very, very, very long time. Big dude up here. Lots and lots and lots of corpses in here. We haven't finished looting some of the other nests. And there's stuff that just keeps on coming. Honestly, I don't think we can go up to the to put new eggs and stuff down. So these 200 ants better survive. Otherwise, this is going up at just 1-2 hour episode. This colony better survive with this 200 ant battle force. And so many salamanders are dying.
The queen is in imminent danger.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Right now we'll be fine. This queen will be kicking into overdrive to pump out eggs. That'll be fine. Oh no. No, don't die. If we fail at this point, oh no. Oh no.
The ants must protect the queen.
No. 260 ants isn't enough.
The queen has fallen. Unable to amass adequate numbers to meet the perils of the swamp, her passing was almost inevitable. She should never have come here.
Oh no. Congratulations everyone, you're getting a 2-hour episode. Yeah. Honestly, next time, we're gonna have to go for more than 200 amps. God. Just we were so close. I don't know what to say. If I am even more silent at work tomorrow than I normally am, to anyone who I work with, what is this? This is why. Goodbye. I'll see you next time.